Yo, today we are back again for the booty category for Missilis Nikkes. This manufacturer got some decent cheeks. As we've done before, we're gonna go from the bottom of Nikkepedia for the manufacturer to the top. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. First up on our list, we have Ether. Just even looking from her full body stance and then looking at her aiming stance. Sure, the jacket hides everything, but I can already tell there's a whole bakery back there. Our first ranking is an S rank, going straight for Ether. Next up, we have N102. Her SR form does have considerable amount of cheat, and with Add Magical Fairy, I feel like just hidden too well. So just off of the SR form alone, I'm gonna put her up in A tier. Off of that, we have Mihara. Again, it's another scenario where we have a jacket that's blocking the wondrous view. Judging for the full body stance, she's hella caked up back there, so without a shadow of a doubt, she's getting S tier. After her, now we have Quency. I was gonna give her a lower ranking with her default base Quency, but then now that they dropped Escape Queen, brother man, she is so caked up on a Thursday afternoon, the sun is barely damn out. I think I gotta, for the time being, put her at the top of S tier. After cheeks galore, we have Ein. Now, when you aim in the aiming stance, her butt is a lot more shown there compared to her full body. Honestly, decent sized cheeks, so I'll give her an A tier. Next up, we have Trony. Now, in her aiming stance, you don't get to see much cake going on. I can probably give her at least a B tier. After that, we have Kilo. I'm probably just gonna go based off of the mech if it has cheeks, and from what I see, there ain't much going on behind this dump truck. It's pretty much caved in for that matter, so Kilo's gonna be our first F tier. Above that, we have Elegg. Honestly, if the pack thing that's on her back there wasn't there, I think I'd have a lot more to work with when it comes to assessing her cheeks. But she's already pretty caked up enough, so I can confidently say give her an A tier rank. Okay, now we have Tia. Now, Tia's cake is not exactly S tier for me, but there's no way in hell I was gonna put her in B. Right there in the A tier is where she belongs. Now, if there was another skin that caked her up really well, just like Elegg, would have been an easy S tier. Now, Naga is in the same ballpark with Tia. Like, I would say Naga's more caked up than Tia is, but still does not have enough to breach in the S tier like the others do. And if they get a second skin to do them justice, then for sure it's the same thing with Tia, that Naga can be easily S tier as well. So A tier for her. Epinel, we ain't gotta do much else with this assessment, so just put her in the F tier. It's where she belongs. My brothers. Tove is absolutely caked up. When you see her aiming stance and when she's shooting, bro, what is this angle? This is insane. So even plus with a baseballer skin, okay, she's gonna have to actually a sleeper booty. So she's gonna go in the S tier with the rest of the high tier cheeks, okay? Second member of the Real Kindness squad, we have Sid. Now, her butt's not too small, her bed's not too large, so I think a good spot would be to put her in A tier. For the final member for Real Kindness, we have Guilty. Now, her cake might be just under Quency's, but what helps it so much more is the fact that the jiggle goes crazy on the default skin. So, hey, that justifies enough reason to give it the S tier, baby. Laplace, the hero, she's not necessarily flat in the back there. She's not too caked up, so we'll give her an easy B tier. With Jackal, we're not really have much to go off of. Like, there's no skin for her to show off her butt. Even plus the jacket's covering, so I really can't tell if she has a bakery back there. So I will give her a B tier. Again, I get what you guys thinking. Admi's on the screen again. He's about to give her a high rank or her own rank. Nah, there is not much going on there, so sadly, Admi's gonna have to get an F tier. Up next is Pepper. Honestly, default skin, pretty caked up when you're in your aiming stance. And on top of that, with her summer skin, just as caked up. Across the board, pretty solid, so I'm gonna have to give her an A tier. Now with Crow, we don't get to see much of the cake, but I could see, based off her thighs, that he could be packing some, and just that we need a skin that does not have a jacket or a skirt for that matter. Honestly, the best way to assess these booties is if we have a swimsuit skin. So I'll give Pro a B. Okay, Drake is absolutely caked up across all 3 of her skins. Default, Made, and the Racer skin. So without a doubt, that's a smack and a half out of 10. I'll give her a clean A tier. Followed up with that, we have Centi, even with the full aiming stance for both skins. They're relatively the same. Nothing that's really caked up like the others on our list here, so I'll give her a B tier. With Julia, they give us a skin to go off of where her cheeks are essentially exposed. Hell, even her default skin has her cheeks exposed for the most part. So, decent size, nothing too small, not S tier caked up, so we'll put her in the A tier. With Litter, we got nothing going on here, so down to the F tier you go, buddy. Alright, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, Yuni, it's like a mixture of she has possibly the thickest thighs in this game and also the fattest ass, because it's like a fusion of the two. So, dude, if you slap that, there's gonna be a whole lot of jiggle going on. So I have to put her currently right now, even above Quency, in the S tier for booty cheeks. Last but not least, we have Maxwell. If they give us a swimsuit skin though, they probably could buff her cheeks up. Until that happens, I'm gonna keep her at A tier. And just like that, the booty cheek tier list is finished. Hope you guys enjoyed. We will be coming out soon with the thigh tier list, the final segment. Have yourself a good one. See you next time. Bye-bye.